Hi, I'm Kurt from Oz Armour and welcome to Workshop Wednesday. After recovering the helical gear off the transmission last time, Bo has now moved on to the differential housing. Now we've got to be careful with this one, as we believe that some of the gears inside have been preserved by the housing, so we can't just go hacking away into it. We're not going to be 100% sure of the condition of these pieces, but we have to be careful nonetheless. So let's see how Bo goes about it in episode 12 of the STUG 3G.
While Bo was trying to extract the helical gear out of the transmission, he actually took a break halfway through to work on this, just to mix it up a bit. Then he moves on to the brakes. He folds down the locking washer and then turns off the nut. There are 6 bolts and a washer holding the brake housing together, so Bo heats them up and removes them. It took a while, but the housing came apart eventually. It doesn't look too bad. If there are some parts that are too corroded to use, we should be able to at least send them away to be copied. We'll show the brakes in more detail next time when we take the other side of the diff housing apart. Flash forward a few days, and Bo has the helical gear off. Now we're up to date.
So we spent all last week trying to get this gear off of the original transmission, because we're still using the original diff for the planetary gears. We need this helical gear to be able to line up with the helical gear that's inside the diff that we're going to be using. We can't find any original gearboxes. We've been looking for a long time. So yeah, we're just going to use a different setup with a different engine and gearbox, and we need this gear here to be able to drive into our diff housing. We can still use it to get copied. So that was the point of getting it off, was so that we could take this into the machine shop. This is the gear that drives the whole tank. So this will come from our tail shaft and connect to the other helical gear inside the diff housing, and then that turns the rest of our planetaries, and then the other drive shafts connect to our sprockets. Everything's connected, everything's as important as the next thing, but this here, we need this to continue on. We're using everyone's favourite 3-jaw bearing puller here, and it's working. So we've just got a bit of movement in this flange here. We need to be able to take this off, and then we can remove the other covers. So this is what's holding everything else in. We've taken all of the bolts out of the diff housing, and there's this left over. So this is the last thing that's holding it on, and this is actually where it mounts to the inside of the tank. So this bolts to a plate that's welded to the front of the tank. So that's how the diff is mounted inside. So the whole lot's coming off. Yummy.
It's filled with a mixture of rust, dried oil and grease. It's amazing to think that the inside of this part has not been seen since the factory workers assembled it in 1945.
I don't even know where to start. You got to do that one as well. That one's even worse.
So that's the mount.
Yeah, so this is the mount, and by the looks of it, it goes all the way through both sides. So we need to be able to get this out to be able to separate it.
Should be easy enough. Bo begins by making a small tool that will help him unscrew what we think is a cap on the end of the mount.
6 mil by 55.
And that's all we needed.
That's good. Now what?
Well, now, Bo, what you got to do is you get your spanner and then twist it open.
Just undo it, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to heat it first. Smells like steak or like bacon or something. Kind of smells good, but it shouldn't. Maybe this might just be a pin. So if we take that nut off and take that rubber off, that might just hit out.
This sort of thing is a really common feature in German armoured vehicle engineering.
They put this machine spot in this shaft purely for the locking washer, so that the nut doesn't turn. This would fold down and lock into the nut, and this one folds into this groove here and doesn't let the washer turn. So that's how that locks.
This sort of thing is a really common feature in German armoured vehicle engineering. However, while it's a great idea, it is more steps in an already complicated manufacturing process.
This is real rubber.
There's a steel outer on it. So this is the rubber mount. I'm just trying to turn it so I can free it up on the shaft a bit. Nothing better than letting your shaft free.
It's working.
Yeah, we've gained 0.01 of a mil. Good. We're getting there.
We don't have a hydraulic one, we've got a hydraulic one.
This is a hand. This is a hydraulic puller. We just haven't got the hydraulic fitting. That's it.
Oh.
This rubber sleeve is held on way too tight, so we make the call to just cut it off.
Look at that, all that pressure come off.
It looks like there might yet be another sleeve and a small collar over the top of this pin, so Bo uses a wire wheel to clear away the rust for a better look. Our suspicions are confirmed. They are separate pieces. Inside is bound to be packed with rust, but Bo has a red hot go at saving it.
Usually when you heat something like that and it's just round, that it would at least turn, but no, it goes all the way through. I need a torch to have a look and see if it's one piece on the inside. We've just made this piece up so we can hit it out pretty much. It's got a round piece on it so that we can slip that inside so it doesn't come out.
Working.
It is.
Yep. Oh my god, a win. We've had a win, Glenn.
We decide in the end to cut the sleeve, as this will make progress a lot quicker. It's an insignificant piece anyway, which is easy to remake.
Now what?
Now you can hit it all the way through.
There you go. 3 hours later.
Try 5.
5 hours later. Really? It's at 11 o'clock.
Nearly, yeah.
Wow. So we're gonna try and take this, try and separate that housing now. Just having a look to see if there's anything that's gonna stop it. Which is a possibility. There could be a shaft held on here with a circlip. I'm just going to take these 2 circlips off anyway, just to see if we can start separating this housing and pull that bearing out with it.
roll it out now. Hey.
Still good.
Good.
Yeah, we'll be able to use that still.
What will be revealed, Bo?
What will be revealed? I'm hoping the gears inside are going to be usable, because if they're not, then
It was all for
trouble.
fun.
yeah, just all for fun, pretty much. Yeah. See if we can get it in somewhere that looks a little bit open already.
Over here.
Over there, you reckon?
Yeah.
Something is still holding the housing together really tight. Time for further investigation.
It should be opening up easier than what it is, so I'm assuming something in here is holding. I'm just not sure yet. So we're going to take this off, give that a go.
It's in good condition.
It's beautiful. It's really nice in there. Just touch it, it all falls to pieces. I don't know if that was something or if that's just, well, it's nothing now, so. Wow, look at that.
Did it?
Look at that moving. No, they don't go in the hole.
It looks as though the bearings are the culprits, so they have to go. The whole point of this operation is to salvage the gears, so Bo has to be extra careful as he oxy-cuts his way through these bearings so that he doesn't damage any of these critical components.
I'm just going over here and cry. It won't last long, it'll come out soon.
Oh man. Yeah, flogged it.
Yeah, bit flogged out, eh?
Not a scratch on it. Just one more now.
Ooh. That is well and truly hot enough. What's going on? As you can see, the bearing's buggered anyway.
We've got one buggered bearing.
It's got to get worse before it gets better. That was it. That's the end of the episode. Tune in next time. It's coming straight off. Can you see the movement?
Yes. Oh my god. Wow. It's in pretty good nick.
Yeah, it is actually.
This is fantastic. On first inspection, the gears look like they're in pretty good condition, which has made this whole venture so far worth it. Now time to pull them out. But this won't be as straightforward as it first may seem.
The gears being tapered and everything being connected means that we can't just pull the gears off. Everything has to sort of move against itself to be able to pull them off. So without destroying everything, we've tried soaking it in a bath of acid, and we're going to see how that works.
We're using a mixture of oxalic acid and detergent. We haven't done anything like this before, but this product balanced time, cost, and availability the best out of everything we looked at.
It looks yellow. I don't know, to be honest. It looks pretty good. It's definitely done something. It's been reacting with the rust, which is probably why it's turned that like sulfury, yellowy sort of a color. I'm pretty hopeful it's going to look like just like bare metal underneath, as if it's been sandblasted.
This is it, the big moment.
See that? You see that move right back in there? Try this side. It's like come way off. We can see in there now. So just fill this bearing up in the back there with like a penetrating lubricant, and then the more we move it, the more that oil and stuff's getting in there. So. Alright, that's it. Good enough. Oh my god.
Wow.
I don't want to drop this one. So you can see the inner is still stuck to the shaft. So we've pretty much just pulled the inner of the bearing out. We've taken the bigger gear off. Now it's time to take the planetaries and the other gear off there. I'm not quite sure how that all comes apart, but we'll soon find out.
Now we know that the oxalic acid is effective, we've dropped the entire differential housing into a big tub of it. So it's now soaking as we speak. We'll be getting on with pulling the rest of that apart next time in phase 2 of Operation Dismantle the Diff housing. So until then, I'm Kurt from Oz Armour, and I'll see you on the next one.